Beautiful. See the white dot? That's a herring. Wow, it's huge. On my morning walk, look where I'm at. Absolutely beautiful. Getting my exercise in, getting my walk in. With Dozer, I'm doing uphill today. My GAR is that little gray spot way up there. To get my heart rate up, I'm going uphill today. And exploring this side of the park I'd never been on with the beautiful water. And there's a beautiful white heron over there. Oh, it's just beautiful. So when you have beautiful days, get out and walk. I try to be still when I film because I feel like when I walk I jar the camera all over the place. But just encouraging you guys to do what exercises you can. And when you build yourself up, challenge yourself. Hills are a challenge for me, but they get my heart rate up. And I feel like I've done something. So do what you can. Start where you can. You'll feel so much better. And you'll thank yourself later. Okay guys, I am back from my walk. It is actually quite chilly today. And the wind is blowing. It looks like it's gonna pour. So I got up my heart rate pretty good. I checked my Fitbit. I got, hold on one sec. I gotta put my hand in front. Almost 2 miles in my walk today because I thought it was gonna pour. It still looks like it's gonna pour. Yeah, it doesn't look very promising. But really quickly, I'm going to get my leg and arm exercises in. So at the moment, I don't have an actual stepper. I'm gonna have to invest in one because winter is coming and I'm probably gonna be exercising quite a bit in the house. I did join the gym a few months back, but I retracted, if that's the word, my membership because we're trying to sell our mobile home and leave. And quite frankly, I did not like the Planet Fitness up here. I really didn't. The other gym that I used to go to, I loved that gym and I went there well over a year, but we moved far away from that gym when we moved here. So I don't know. Gyms are tough. Gyms are, you have to feel comfortable because there is such a thing as like gym intimidation. And if you get into a gym where there's a whole bunch of like gearheads, I don't know what you want to call them, there's like a gym intimidation. My other gym, House of Steel, that I used to go to, they didn't have none of that. They were so accepting. Everybody was so welcoming. It didn't matter your size. They encouraged you. They talked to you. They respected you. Over here at this Planet Fitness, it was a totally different vibe. So I rather do my own thing and walk. But if we don't sell our mobile home before November, we're going to stay here for the winter and then put it back up for sale again in the spring. So if that happens, then I will be here for the winter, and the winters here in Pennsylvania are harsh. So on days that it's like today, you know, it might be really, really cold, I'll just bundle up and still go for my daily walks. But the majority of my exercising will take place in the house. So I'm going to be investing in a stepper, but since the weather's still nice and it's just a little chilly, you know, and once you get moving, you warm up. I'm going to use actually the steps that I'm sitting on right now as my stepper. And a lot of the things that I'm doing are things that I learned the little bit of. I was at a gym for almost 2 years. 1 year of that, I had hired a trainer, and she taught me so much. So some of the step ups and the lunges and things that I'm going to do are things that I learned from my trainer. And stepping up, especially when you're a plus size girl, is a big thing. It really helps. Squats and getting really low. Now I've been walking a lot, and that helps me keep a little limber, but I notice that when I try to do squats, I cannot get as low as I used to be able to. So I'm not as limber. And stretching is very, very, very important. You have to stretch so that you don't get injured. You stretch before you do your exercises, and you stretch after so that there's no injury. And since, you know, I'm very active, I walk my 3 miles somewhere in there pretty much every day, but I haven't been doing like gym exercises for over a year. So going back to when I used to have a trainer, when you're starting into this stuff and you are a plus size person, I recommend that you do some of it sitting down so that you don't injure yourself. A big thing that injures people are kettlebells. And there's a lot of exercises that you can do to kettlebells, but you really need to ease yourself into those. And because I'm telling you, you can really hurt your back and your knees. So right now I'm doing my step ups. Of course, you can't do step ups sitting down. So I'm doing my step ups and things that I know to do with my legs on my steps. But anything that I use my weights and my kettlebells for, except for squats, and I'm only doing 10 of those, and they're just the very simple squats, I'm sitting down because I don't want to injure myself. And one of the things that you have to work up into is like the swing where you do with the kettlebell, which is like where you put it between your legs and you swing up and out. And when you do, you push your pelvis up and you squeeze your buttocks. Those things you really have to work into. That's not something that you just want to like just do. I'm just gonna go right into it and just do it. First day exercising. I do not recommend that. You can really hurt yourself. It's really, really true. So my recommendation for anybody who's plus size and is really trying to, you know, get control of their body is start with something very simple like walking, and really, really focus on being in calorie deficient. Focus more on your food. Once you get your food under control, then you start focusing more on movement. So if you're walking and you're focusing on food, then you can add slowly some exercises, maybe some arm exercises. And if you don't have weights, before I bought myself my kettlebell and my 5-pound weights, I went into the kitchen and I got Campbell's soup cans. And that's where I started. I used Campbell's soup cans as my weights. And then when I felt like I was built up enough from there, I moved up to 5 pounds. And I'll probably be at my 5-pound weights for probably 4 to 5 months before I would even consider going to 8 to 10 pounds. Always build. You don't want to just jump into 20-pound weights and tear muscles, hurt your neck, because if you hurt yourself, then you're out of the game for longer than it would be if you just took the time to build yourself up. So that's my tip today, is really, really take the time. Any movement is better than no movement, and the best movement is your natural movement, which is walking. That's why I walk every day. I've mentioned this before in other videos, that when I first started walking, when I was over 500 pounds, you know, I think I weighed more than 536. I really do. But the heaviest that I could actually weigh on a scale was 536. And when I was that heavy, I can barely take 50 steps. but I had to start somewhere. So I started walking, I did the gym, and when I first started the gym, I could only do like 10 minutes on the treadmill. By the time I left the gym, I was doing 3 miles. It's the same thing. When I gained back almost 90 pounds, it was the same thing. I had to start all over again. So I'm from the first time, most people don't know this, but back in 2018 is when I joined the gym, and I did lose 102 pounds at that time. Then I moved, left the gym, got really lazy, had some health problems. I developed lymphedema in my leg and had some health issues, and got really lazy and gained 90 of that back. And then March of this year I started again, and I am smaller now than I was the year that I lost that 101 pounds. Now I've lost, as of today, I weighed myself, I've lost 138 pounds. So I have 1 pound and 6 ounces to go till I meet my goal. And when I meet my goal, I'll share it with you guys. But so I know this is chatty, and I'm going to show you some of my exercise routine and some of my things and stuff. But I just wanted to take the time to encourage you guys to start somewhere. So when I started, I barely could walk. It took me the summer. We're now in late September, and I can do 3 miles easy, no problem. And I have every intention, despite no matter how cold it gets, unless it's like snowing buckets and we get an ice storm, I'm going to bundle up. I bought my hat and my gloves from the Dollar Tree yesterday. I'm bundling up and I'm continuing to walk, but I am going to have to do my exercises in the house. So I am going to invest in a stepper, and I'm also going to invest in their resistance bands. Resistance bands are wonderful. And once I get my stepper and my resistance bands, I will be showing you guys a new routine that I learned from my trainer 2 years ago that really tightened up the inner thigh. And right now my inner thighs is where I have a little bit of loose skin. They call it chub rub, and it drives me crazy. So anyways, I don't want to stay here and talk, but I do want to just inform you guys that you need to start somewhere. Like I said, the best starting place is natural movement, which is walking. Build yourself up, build your lung capacity up, build your breathing capacity up. Move on, start small. Start with Campbell's soup cans. Do 10 reps of arm lifts. Do 5 step-ups. Call it a day. And then build every week. Build on what you did the week before by setting yourself goals. And before you know it, you're going to be in places you never imagined. I guarantee you that. And another quick tip, the things that really help me too, is treat yourself too. Like, I love Fat Girl Fed Up. She's a girl she used to have a YouTube. I don't know if she does now or not, but she definitely is on Instagram. So I bought some of her shirts, and I got myself leggings and a really nice pair of shoes. So I feel like when I do my exercise and when I'm doing, I'm dressed to do what I need to do. So along the way, treat yourself, not to food, to things that make you feel better. Get yourself a Fitbit, new sneakers, new shirt, new gym pants, whatever the exercise pants, whatever the case may be. Don't treat yourself to food. Treat yourself to something. Okay, so let me show you some of these exercises. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed that. Build up your lungs, guys. I'll be talking to you guys very soon in another video because I'm going to be making a special fall treat and delicious, and it's my yummy pumpkin muffins. So I'll be sharing that in another video very soon. See you guys then. Bye.